This is Archive of 12, and today we have a new Endeavor song from Jonathan Young. This is Burn It All Down featuring McGwire. We've had a lot of My Hero Academia songs come out lately, primarily because season 7 is relatively fresh and new, and many of those songs have been focused on Endeavor or Dabi, and every single one of them, kind of pun intended, have been fire. So I'm excited to see what Jonathan Young is bringing to the table today, because this should be very interesting. He recently did, I think it was a Midoriya song. What was the last? No, it was Bakugo. He did Bakugo. He did Midoriya and then Bakugo. Okay, so he's done these two recently. So I'm very curious to see what he's doing with Endeavor. He's a very complicated character. You can like him or hate him, or like and hate him at the same time. That's kind of where I'm at right now. But you can't help but acknowledge the fact that he's a driving force of the show, either because of what he did to Shoto and to Dabi, or just because he himself is the #1 hero right now. Link will be in the description below if you want to watch this without my commentary, because we'll be pausing and we'll be talking about it. And without further ado, let's get started. Okay.
I'll admit it, I was caught up in my pride. Couldn't see inside your heart. Unforgiven, only purpose was to climb, but I made up my mind to start. Thinking about the ashes left behind me when I thought that love could never find me. Looking at your scars, yeah, they remind me it's too late.
Okay. I'm great. Okay, so when I saw that Jonathan Young was doing this, I wasn't sure exactly what to expect. I saw two different things. Either he could do a more emotional or emotion-driven song, or he could focus on Endeavor as the epic character that he is. We've had multiple Endeavor songs come out in the community. One of the older ones that I am familiar with, which is still actually one of my personal favorites, is Divide's Endeavor song, which came out years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, I think. And that one focused more on Endeavor as the character. Whereas more recently, we had Fable come out with one of the most emotional tracks that almost made me forgive Endeavor, and almost make me say, okay, maybe he's not as bad of a guy as, everybody says. Or at the very least, he's trying to atone for the things that he has done. Came close until Fable decided to release the Dabi track, and I'm like, no, Endeavor's trash. Endeavor's a trash human being and should never be forgiven. So I'm kind of glad that Jonathan is going for the second one, because not only is that more relevant to what's going on My Hero Academia right now, but also it feels right. It feels more genuine, because Endeavor is a character that's trying to do his best to seek redemption and correct the mistakes that he's made. And I feel like it's important to acknowledge that in the songs that are coming out, so that way people, I'm not going to say that way listeners don't think that you're pro Endeavor, but that way you're as a songwriter, you're able to capture Endeavor's personality and the complex character that he is. I feel like that is honestly the way to go with this character now that we know all the story, now that we've seen how it's played out. I feel like going with the more emotionally resonant songs is important for Endeavor.
Feels like I'm falling farther. These eyes won't cry much harder. Realize it when I look around. I'm burning all down, down. Every bridge to the ground. Thinking like crown, and my flame starts to drown. Finally chosen and
I like how that went. I like how that chorus went. I feel like that it starts off being like past endeavor. Like, I don't care what happens. I don't care like how I achieve my greatness. And then as it progresses, it's talking about his regrets and realizing who he was and how that was the wrong way to go about it. And now he's wishing that he hadn't done that. Like, I like how that chorus progressed.
I'm a victim of the pride that I emanate. Now it feeds into the lies I can't separate. I've been leading with fire, not smoke, so why not show? I gotta find out a better way. Supernova that burn with a golden shoulder, my turn. It's the motor boulder, I burn till I overload 'em, yeah. Fix on the air, so ain't my dad. I can't just weakenly attack while I've been hitting up the mask. I try to push them harder, but I didn't mean to push away. Don't fight the ember, spark the flame.
McGwire that was beautiful. That was absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so like the way that McGwire decided to cover that section, that verse, felt so true to how Endeavor evolved as a character. He like I said before, he went from like having all this pride and having all these goals and wishes and wanting to achieve things no matter the cost to realizing that he went about it the wrong way and regretting his decisions. I like how McGwire managed to cover that without actually like going into too much detail. He basically encompassed all of Endeavor's arc, both what happened before and what was going on now, as a reflection. Like, he was looking back and talking about what he could have done differently, how he wished he had changed, and why he wished he had changed things. Like, I feel like that's a really good way of covering it. And I will never get tired of McGwire's voice. Like, there's not a single day that goes by that will ever make me get tired of this man's voice. Because his voice is perfect for things like this. Perfect feature for this. I really enjoy that. I'm curious about this part. I was not prepared for the death metal screaming, repeating the first part of that song. Holy crap, my throat hurts even more than it normally does when I listen to like Fable scream. That was insane. This man, Jonathan, I feel for your vocal cords. My God. Ugh. The two of them together. of the 3 songs that he's made recently for My Hero Academia characters, I think that one's my favorite. The Deku one, pretty good. The Bakugo one, really good. But that was a great way of talking about Endeavor. That was just absolutely fantastic. 100%. The one thing that I'm hoping is I want to hear his take, Jonathan's take on Dobby. Because, like I said, we've had a lot of people come out with Jonathan Young stuff lately, or what do you call it, Dobby stuff lately. A lot of people have been covering both Endeavor and Dobby. I want to hear Jonathan's take on Dobby. I want to hear how he decides to cover the rage, the anger, the regret, the pain of that man. And also, I want to see Taypat, the Amethyst Witch, react to that, because she loves Dobby, and I think that would be entertaining. But anyway, that's going to be it for me. Thank you for joining me. I am Mark Alpha 12, and I will see you in the next video.